Hello and welcome to Undervisey, everyone. We will begin very shortly, just taking a little bit of time to set up all of the things, and then we shall directly proceed with the main topic of this video. So, welcome everyone. How are you doing? Before we directly jump into talking about Crunchyroll awards, I just want to have a brief introduction with everyone. How's everyone doing? And once we are done with all of these things, we will directly begin with the main content of this video. Avik, welcome to the stream. He says, I have said it before and I will say it again once. Attack on Titan is the only winner. Yeah, that's the thing, unfortunately. But it's not even just about Attack on Titan. There's actually a lot more stuff which is actually going on here, including Jujutsu Kaisen, and we are going to talk about all of those things. So let's just wait for a couple of more people to join in, and then we will properly begin with every single category. Yeah, so I'm back. Hello and welcome to Anavaisi, and thank you so much for joining in, everyone. Today we are going to talk about the Crunchyroll Awards because, oh my goodness. I mean, we all knew, I said it in my video as well, that there's obviously going to be a lot of bias involved here, but my goodness, this is just, I don't want to say horrible, I don't want to start at a very negative note, but this is problematic. This is definitely problematic. But nevertheless, welcome to the stream, everyone. Welcome to the stream, Sparkzilla, Itachi Uchiha. We're gonna talk about AOT, we're gonna talk about Jujutsu Kaisen, and a lot of the other stuff. So, yeah, this is gonna be probably longer stream than my usual ones because I'm gonna go over a lot of the stuff which are being covered here properly. So let's just properly begin. Because I'm not just going to talk about the actual entries here, but instead I'm going to at least try to talk about some of the biases and even the, what should I say, popular belief is, which is actually wrong in a way, because in fact I have pulled up this particular webpage here, as you can see, how the anime award works, because people are spreading out a lot of misinformation basically about how these are, seasonal anime and a lot of the stuff which are going on here, because the nominations in themselves are quite contradictory if you go over them properly. No trace of One Piece in the nominees. Yeah, I am going to talk about a lot of these stuff because there's a lot to talk about. So let's just begin with the judges. This was revealed to us on December 16th, and I follow a couple of these people who are on this page. Some of them are really interesting and amazing people, in fact. Not specifically actually, but I mean, there are many people who are amazing here, but I personally follow the works of Anime Asia a lot, specifically his breakdowns of anime scenes and animation as a whole. So it's not like this is a bad panel of judges as a whole, but the overall bias which is being used here, it's pretty much obvious. But before we actually take a look at the entries here, let's just go over how the anime award actually works. So as you can see here, the Crunchyroll states this is the 6th year this global event recognizes the anime shows, characters and artists that fans around the world love the most. Alright, that's fine. The voting window is this particular time frame, and the winners will be announced on 9th February. Now basically they have given a rundown of each and every single category and how they are selected, and what is the judgment criteria, how are the winners selected, etc. So how can I be a part of it? So that's fine. Now how are the winners selected here? So according to this, it clearly states that winners will be selected after judges and fans have completed voting. The winners of each category is the one that receives the most votes, with a 70-30 weighted split between the judges' vote and the fans' vote. So it's a 7-3 ratio. Basically 70% of the weightage would be of the judges and 30% of the fans. So it's not like the fans are only going to decide the outcome. Obviously the fans' views also matter, but this particular panel of judges, their views outweigh the fans in a way, or at least that's what I assumed from here. I didn't actually knew much about this weightage or this split, but since it is properly mentioned here, I guess it's fine. But it is an important marker or a pointer to note here. The winners will be announced on 9th February. That is fine. How do we select the judges? That is fine. Yeah, it's understandable. Nominees selected. Now, how did you define each category? This is very important to discuss a lot of these stuff here, because I have a lot of problems with these, nominees. Some of them are really interesting, really good, and really underrated shows, which I'm just glad to see upon here. But rest of them, I'm just, I know. Itachi Uchiha says fans should have 100% weightage. No, it shouldn't be 100% weightage. Then it would have absolutely no meaning to the judges. Judges are not there just for the tiebreaker, but at least there should be a little more weightage for the fan views. But then again, who am I talking about? This is just going to become a fandom war in that particular place. Whichever series has more fans, they are going to get the most number of votes, which is technically being happening for a while now, but it is what it is. Now, how did you define each category for? I'm just going to go for anime of the year, because for the most of the other, like categories, it is almost the same. Any anime that follows the following criteria is eligible for this category: an animated series, alright, of course. Now, B is primary production for the title took place in Japan. Of course, it's an anime Japanese series. Was broadcasted on television or online in Japan at least in part. At least in part between December 20 and October 21. This is important. There is no indication whatsoever that this is talking about a seasonal anime. A lot of people are going to throw around the word that, okay, this is just for the seasonal animes. Long running shows do not get nominations. That is absolutely wrong. Boruto has got an animation or got a nomination here this time. So it's, and this is not even just the first time for Boruto to get a nomination. This is a normal thing. This is not just something being limited to seasonal anime. It is clearly stated here that it has to at least air during this particular time frame. Now, because it is capping off at October 21, some shows might not get a better reach. That is understandable, but then again, it is what it is. And last part is that at least 6 episodes received initial legal distribution in the United States of America during 2021. That is understandable as well. So this is the basic category or definition for each of the category. It's the same almost for best boy, best girl. Like, they have to air in between this particular time frame. They have to be distributed in America, and it has to be a Japanese animated series. That's the basic litigation here. And some of the other ones, let me see if some of the other ones have any other rules as such. At least 6 episodes. Okay, that's same. Most of them are, I think, same. Yeah, it's the same for most of them. So I feel like we are quite comfortable with the overall rules of this, how this basically works. So now we can properly enter the actual nominations. What do you guys want? Should I go from last to first or first to last? Which do you want? I'd say we should go from anime of the year, like from first to last, but whatever you all want me to go, like whatever order you all want me to go, I will be going with that one. In the meantime, welcome to the stream, Kushal, Samrat, Ishan, everyone. Thank you so much for joining in. Really happy you are doing this one, Device bro. Thank you so much. Ishan says ReZero Season 2 is coming to Muse Asia. I think Muse Asia, I think it is coming. Season 1 was already a part of it, but I think Season 2 is also coming, if I'm not wrong. So I think we should go with from the top to bottom order only. That is fine. What are these colors? Do they mean anything? No. Okay, this is just as it is. Okay, so as Avik says, first to last, then it's fine. Vote for Anime of the Year. Now, these are the 6 nominations. 86, an absolutely amazing season, which was in fact, in my humble opinion, a bit of underrated, especially considering how many stuff were really going on. Then there is Attack on Titan's final season, part 1, season 4, whatever you want to call it. Jujutsu Kaisen Code 2, Odd Taxi, Ranking of the Kings, and Sonny Boy. Now, this is the only show which I have not watched yet. I have personally not watched yet. But according to what I've heard from some of my friends, this is a really good show, in fact. So, I might watch this one. I might watch this one pretty soon. But this is the most underrated, I would feel. And this is another underrated series. So if you ask me, my choice would be a little difficult here, but I would possibly go for Ranking of the Kings. Just one of the best series which I have seen in this entire year. But let's be real about it. It's going to be between these two series. Either it's going to be AOT Season 4 Part 1 or Jujutsu Kaisen. Which is understandable, because this is, hey, Attack on Titan, which we are talking about. I am personally not a fan of Season 4 Part 1. It had its good episodes, of course. Episode 16 was really good. Episode 6 was really good. A couple of the episodes were really good. But overall, adaptation-wise, it had a lot of problems. And right now for Season 4 Part 2, at least which we have seen so far, at least these two episodes, they far outshine Season 4 Part 1. They far outshine whatever happened at Season 4 Part 1. It is especially because of the production quality and the timing that MAPPA got. MAPPA had very little time at their hands for the adaptation of the series. So I am quite surprised. I mean, I shouldn't be surprised that AOT is here, because it is AOT. It's obviously probably going to get the award for this one. But I'm actually quite unhappy to see it here, because honestly, it doesn't deserve this spot. Jujutsu Kaisen 110% deserves this. Even if I would say that Jujutsu Kaisen is this year's My Hero Academia, but from what we saw for this season, for this core, I would say that it deserves. If Jujutsu Kaisen wins this one, I won't be unhappy at all. But for Attack on Titan, this is actually not something which I want. Like I said before, it's not like the season was bad in any way, shape, or form. It had its good episodes. It had its bunch of good stuff. But overall, like, if we are seeing it at its entirety, it wasn't that impressive. In that comparison, 86 was a much better overall adaptation. Ranking of the Kings is out of the park. Like, it's just too good. And Odd Taxi, it's going to be like a pun, but it is odd in a way. It is something which I just can't recommend for everyone. It has its quirks, it has its animation quirks, it has its story quirks, and it's something which not everyone is going to really understand or appreciate as a whole, but it is actually a really good story. So Odd Taxi is also a really good one here, but I don't think it should really be anime of the year material. My unpopular opinion would be it's but then again, what would be a better choice for it? Best I don't know which one should I give, but okay, in that case, I guess Anime of the Year is fine for it. But my personal choice for it would be Ranking of the Kings. Can I vote here? I will have to probably log in. Maybe I'm not logged in, I think. Oh, okay, I can give it. Okay, so this is my pick for Anime of the Year and my thoughts about it, basically. Obviously, there's a lot of bias associated here with Attack on Titan. Everyone is just going to, vote for Attack on Titan. But I am really, 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 really surprised that we are not seeing something like ReZero, specifically Season 2, Part 1, Part 2, whichever one you want, and Jobless Reincarnation. That is my biggest shock, surprise, and whatever you want to call it. I'm just so surprised that Jobless Reincarnation is not nominated for Anime of the Year. It's insane. It's literally insane that Jobless Reincarnation is not nominated for this. And in fact, there are more categories here where I was really surprised. Is it Crunchyroll showing their bias against isekai anime, or is it just because of the you know, controversies, some of the quote unquote Twitter controversies, which like don't really even matter that much, because Jobless was probably one of the best adapted shows. Like, it had top tier animation, it had top tier music, it had a top tier story, it had top tier characters, it had possibly everything. It had everything to be Anime of the Year. You could say that's my biggest complaint from this particular category. Logistically, I know that I always knew that Attack on Titan was going to be nominated for it. I already talked about it on my video back on December, but yeah, it's quite surprising to not see Jobless Reincarnation. Now next, Best Boy. Senku, I love Senku, but was he that influential this season? Had it been season 1, I would have like blindly given the tick to Senku, but was he that important in season 2? Specifically, what happens in hindsight? I don't know. I am a bit conflicted here. Miyamura would obviously get a lot of the votes. My thought here is that it's either going to be Mikey or Miyamura, like between these two. I don't know why Draken is a part of it. Draken shouldn't really be a part of this one. Again, good to see some representation from Odd Taxi. Would be a really sleeper hit if he wins it, but I'd say the most popular votes would be either Miyamura or Mikey, like either of these two. But personally, for me, our king, Boji-sama. All hail the king. My best boy, your best boy, everyone's best boy. Without a shadow of doubt, for me personally, he is the best boy of the year. Yeah. Now, at the same time, I would say that this list is fine. My two oddities from this list would be Draken and the inclusion of Senku. Although I really love Senku as a character, but I don't think season 2 was his strong point, wherein he should even be nominated for this. And the same goes for Draken. Instead of them, I guess Boruto should get a nomination for the best boy. He has had a very good run, actually a pretty good run in this season. Not season, but rather this year. And in fact, who else should be nominated for it? Uesugi from Quintessential Quintuplets? Perhaps? What do you guys think? Who should be, nominated for the best boy? Who is your pick for the best boy? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. That is true, but I think Mikey is the best. Yeah, that is true. I totally said that. I do believe that the winner is either going to be Miyamura or Mikey. Miyamura specifically because of how good Horimiya's adaptation was, and Mikey because it's Tokyo Revengers. So yeah, it is pretty understandable. But I kind of wanted to see Boruto here on this list. I mean, Boruto by far was not the best anime of the year, but it had really good adaptation, so I am quite surprised not to see Boruto specifically for the best boy. But likewise, my choice for it is Boji-sama. Best girl. Okay. I don't know. This is a bit conflicting for me. Not to see Nagatoro or even someone from the Quints. Not a single Quint here. When was Kaguya-sama released, by the way? I actually forgot. Wait. Was Kaguya-sama released here? When was Kaguya-sama season 2 released? Oh, it was 2020. Yeah. I think it was 2020. Yeah, I totally forgot when it was released. It's been a while. I'm just reading the manga, so I kind of forgot it. But okay, if that's not Kaguya, then 86 was really popular, so might get this one. Fruit Basket had a really good adaptation, but I don't think Toru should get this one. In fact, if we are actually talking about this Toru, then 100% our best girl Toru deserves it more. She is whom I feel should actually, get a nomination for this. Toru should, what was Toru's full name? Toru Kobayashi, yeah. Not full name. Kobayashi was the name she took from Kobayashi-sama, but Toru should be a part of this list, honestly. Kobayashi's Dragon Maid Season 2 was just such a good adaptation. It had such a great story. The animation was spectacular. And she should have been a part of the best girl. But nevertheless, my choices would be either Ai or Komi. Had it not been for the ending, I would have given this choice to One Direct priority for Ai. But because the ending fumbled a little bit, not just a little bit, quite a lot, I'm gonna give this for an overall adaptation-wise, overall everything to Komi. Komi-san for the win. All hail Komi-san. For this year, we already have Marin-chan, so she's just going to win this one. But nevertheless, I do believe that this is going to be a good one. So my vote here goes for Komi-san. What do you guys think? Who would be your vote for this one? Would it be Komi-san? Would it be someone else? Hey, Uchiha Madara, thank you so much for the subscribe. And there's Megumin. Yeah, I'm in fact talking about Megumin. I'm just waiting for the Konosuba movie. It was, I think it was movie, right? I'm waiting for Konosuba, absolutely. All right, moving on. Best protagonist. This is where all hell is going to get loose because of best protagonist and best antagonist. Eren Yeager. 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 How Crunchyroll, how can you fumble this much? Do you know what is the meaning of a protagonist? Let me reiterate that for you. What was the spelling? Protagonist. Yeah. A protagonist is the leading character or one of the major characters in a play, film, novel, movie, etc. He is the one who leads the plot, who moves the plot forward. That is the meaning of a protagonist. That is a protagonist. A protagonist is the story. It is basically a person whom we are seeing from the story. Like, the protagonist is our lens. The protagonist is our point of view into the story. Eren is 100% the protagonist of Attack on Titan. There's no doubt about it. He is, in fact, a really good protagonist in a way. Despite my reservations for Eren towards the ending of the manga, I would say actually that he is a really good protagonist for the series. But when season 4 came around, specifically during the time skip, even in the manga, it was sort of a meme among the anime fandom and the manga fandom of Attack on Titan that, look at Eren, he has now become the antagonist. And we are like, okay, cool. That's a pretty hilarious meme, especially considering the heinous events that he's about to do, he has started to do, and he will continue to do. So that was sort of the meme into the entire AOT fandom. But who knew that this is an actual meme which is going to be transformed and taken so literally, wherein Eren is shown as an antagonist. A character cannot be a protagonist and an antagonist at the same time. Just because he is an evil person doesn't mean that he is an antagonist. Just remember Death Note, remember Light, remember L, you would understand the story. Even if we are seeing One Piece, the same goes for Luffy as well. Technically, in the world of One Piece, Luffy should be an antagonist, or Luffy should be the villain, quote unquote, because he's a pirate, he's a bad guy in the eyes of the people. The Marines are the good guys in the eyes of the people, but for us, the fans, the readers, Luffy is the protagonist because it is his point of view which we are seeing the story from. Luffy is the person who is, taking the plot forward. He's the one who is carrying the plot forward. He is the protagonist of the series. He cannot be the antagonist because an antagonist is the person who directly opposes the protagonist, no matter if the protagonist is a good person or a bad person. The same goes for the series like Overlord, for basically any series where the protagonist is actually evil. It goes for everyone. But in a series, in the same context, in the same, episode, season, whatever, an X character cannot be the protagonist and antagonist at the same time. If the protagonist is doing an evil thing, is doing evil, stuff, that doesn't mean he automatically becomes the antagonist. That is not the meaning of an antagonist. What the hell are they even doing here? Eren Yeager is not. This is on a curse right now, but yeah, I'm not gonna do that and make this stream demonetized, but it's quite lame. It is quite lame. To be honest, I would say that this category is going to be won by either Eren or Yuji. That is a given at this moment, but my vote again goes for Boji. Yeah, but like I said, in the case of the best boy, I do feel like for this category as well, Boruto and in fact Luffy as well should have been nominated. You can't give me the bullshit that these are seasonal anime, or not seasonal anime, they are long running anime, because we have seen quite a lot of long running series which are actually nominated here, and not for the first time here, but in fact they have been nominated year after year. So it's just lame for anyone to actually call it. But at least what I'm happy here is that Deku has not been nominated the best protagonist, because season 5 sucked. I'm sorry, I'm really sorry, but season 5 just was horrible. I'm in fact surprised to see Shigaraki here on season 5, because he was so bad. I loved the manga, loved this part in the manga, but the anime just was horrible in this part. Season 5 of My Hero Academia was horrible. I couldn't even, I didn't even finish it entirely. I just couldn't. I'm sorry about it. I thought about making a video about it several times, but I was just least bothered with it. I'm like, okay, let me just read the manga. I'm fine with it. I don't even want to bother with the anime right now. I'm just done with it. That was my reaction. So, in that case, I don't know which should be the best one. I'd say either Kisaki or Echidna. But then again, if I like ReZero, obviously the first nomination for ReZero, so I'm happy about that. But did Echidna play that big of a role beyond the witch trials? I mean, she obviously was a very important part of Emilia's flashbacks and everything which basically happened there. But I don't know, I'm feeling a bit conflicted choosing either Echidna or Kisaki. Shindo, I don't know if I should give him. I mean, realistically, he was also very good here, but definitely not Shigaraki. But I don't know, again, then My Hero Academia's insane fandom might just give him the best protagonist, but season 5 was just bad. I'm sorry, season 5 was bad. Um, but I'm just getting conflicted over either Kisaki or Echidna. Oh yeah, I'd rather give my vote for Echidna for this one. Kisaki was a really good villain, but considering the things which are currently happening in the manga, I would wait a little bit more for Tokyo Revengers because much more things are coming up pretty soon. But again, surprised not to see a Jujutsu Kaisen nomination here because it's literally become like a My Hero Academia thing. Yeah. So yeah, that confirms. Moving forward, the best fight scene. On one hand, I'm just so happy to see some of these nominations, and on the other hand, I'm just so sad to see that these are the nominations. I mean, I forgot one thing. Let me just remember. Let me just search that once quickly, so that I'm not saying it wrong. When was that episode telecasted? Episode. My keyboard is in front of me, so I'm just not able to type it right now. Episode 183. Was it? Did it air in 21 or was it 2020? Wait, 183 or which one is it? It was the Kawaki episode. Kawaki. Wait. I'm forgetting. Kawaki versus Garo episode. What was the name of that episode? Number of that episode. It was 189. Yeah. Boruto episode 189. Yeah, it aired on 7th March. In my humble opinion, this episode was better than the Baryon mode. This entire fight sequence was better than Baryon mode. I'm glad to see a Boruto nomination here, and it was actually really good. The entire Baryon mode versus Ishiki Otsutsuki fight was really good, but there was even a better Boruto moment, which is this episode, Resonance 189, Kaoki versus Karo. The animation just popped here. Probably the best. Not probably. It is a fact. This is the best looking Boruto episode ever. Period. And this happened in March of 2021, so it qualifies everything to be a part of this fight scene. It doesn't matter if you hate Boruto, it doesn't matter if you love Boruto, if you just saw this particular fight, if you are a fan of animation as a whole, you cannot deny me that this was a bad episode. This is probably one of the best episodes Boruto has ever had in a very long time, and probably you know what I'm trying to say here, but yeah. So I believe that was the most obvious pick, but it's not here. For this category, it's a little bit difficult for me to say which one is outright going to win. I'm really glad to see a nomination for VV. I won't say that this was the best fight scene, quote unquote, but I'm just glad to see a nomination for it because it had some really good visuals overall. Personally, I liked this fight of Jujutsu Kaisen more. Todo and Yuji team up was better for me. And I'm sorry, this is going to be very harsh, but Eren Yeager versus the Warhammer Titan was not up to the mark. If we are just seeing these 5 entries here, these are much better. If we are looking at it from an animation standpoint, from a production standpoint, storyboard standpoint, all these 5 episodes are much better than the Eren Yeager versus Warhammer Titan. It's just a fact. It's specifically because Mappa didn't had a lot of time at the hand to, you know, go over this particular episode. Even when I go back now and rewatch this scene, it just doesn't do justice to the Warhammer fight, specifically because of, and at that time the CG was actually not that good, let's be real about it. So I do feel like this fight is the most undeserving one here. Realistically, I would believe that Yuji and Todo versus Hanami would be the winner for this one, or Naruto versus Ishiko Tsutsuki. Baron mode fight or this. My choice would be in between these two. My thought process would be in between these two. Specifically because the Todo fight was much more interesting. It had animation wise, obviously it was good, but it spawned so many memes, it spawned so many good stuff. But the one which I'm going to vote for here is 100% KyoAni. Pure, insanely good animation. This fight right here, you know, this thing, what this did, this just took me back to my childhood days. These fights are good and everything, but this fight took me to my childhood days when I just enjoyed some good old fashioned ki blast of Dragon Ball. It just did that for me. This fight was just that good. It was insanely well animated for a slice of life series. Who could have imagined in their right mind that a slice of life series like Kobayashi's Dragon Maid is going to have probably one of the best fight sequences of the entire year, and not just entire year, but in a very long time. People are just going to talk about this fight for days and days and days and days to come. Yeah, this was that good. It reminded me a lot about the Kamehameha. And I know that Veldora used the actual Kamehameha in Rimuru. That time I got reincarnated as Slime Season 2, even though I don't remember when it was. Wait, I you know what? I just keep forgetting. I'm sorry about it. Slime Season 2. When did it air? Did it air in October or... it did air in... Wait, I need to see Muse Asia. I forgot. Yeah, it did air in... was it season 2 or season 3? That even I don't remember. Was it season 3? I'm sorry. Yeah, it was season 2. So yeah, that Veldora fight, that also, you know, deserves some recognition. That was also so good. But for me personally, this fight gets the cake. Elma versus Toru, Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid S or season 2. Just amazing. Now, best director. Megalobox 2. I would have really directly gone for it, but Jujutsu Kaisen also had some really good stuff for this. So in this entire list, for the first time, I'm going to give a vote for Jujutsu Kaisen. Pure. Done. I would have voted for One Direct Priority because I enjoyed it a lot, but the ending fumbled a lot. Cloverworks really fumbled the ending. I'm sorry about that. Now here, okay, finally, best animation, no questions asked, period. At least I'm glad that Attack on Titan is not nominated for best animation. That's the only good thing I'd say for this entire pick, that at least they have not given Attack on Titan this part that, hey, it's the best animation. That would have been just showcasing their actual bias towards it. But I would say obviously, Mugen arc had really good animation, but I just didn't care enough for it. Now with the Entertainment District arc, with the Red Light District arc, the animation is, I mean, it was always good, but now I'm actually caring about the story. But this one, you know what? This category actually is a little difficult to quantify here, because Jujutsu Kaisen again had really good animation, and KyoAni. How can we discredit KyoAni? It not only just provided one of the best fight scenes in the entire year, but even simple moments like Kana drinking tea, that cold tea, then the ame ame scene, the rain, the basically everything which happened was just spectacularly animated. But my pick here would definitely go for Mushoku Tensei or Jobless Reincarnation. And now this is obviously for the core one. Core 2 is not taken into account here, but this studio was literally formed to make this anime. Where can you go beyond this? Where can you go beyond this? VV also really good. I'm glad to see some nominations from Studio Vit as well. So yeah, this is actually a pretty good category. I'd say that the choices here at least are really justifiable and pretty well done. So yeah, this makes sense. What else did we have here? I think that's fine. Best animation now. Best character designs. For this one, I'd go for One Direct Priority. I don't care if the ending was bad, but One Direct Priority gets this one. Skate Infinity was also would have been a close second for me. Ranking of the Kings has really good art, animation, and everything, but the character designs are a bit too simplistic. I can't logistically say that this has the best character designs. It's good for what it does. It 100% fulfills the job, but I'd say that Cloverwork just nailed it out of the park for I and all the others in One Direct Priority. Especially the villains, especially the dreams, the nightmares, and just the very first and second episode in itself were just so quirky and so intense on their own that I think it just set the tone for the entire season overall. Now, the best score. Let me just quickly see one thing before I judge. Okay, that's fine. Okay, so this is the best score. Difficult. This one is quite difficult to quantify. I'd say realistically, this one can go to any of these picks here. 86 had really amazing stuff. Megalobox, I'd say, was good, obviously. Same goes for Odd Taxi. Demon Slayer, it's consistent throughout, but I don't think necessarily that it has topped anything from season 1. Once season 2 is over, we can have the discussion if season 2 is better than season 1 or not, or vice versa, or whatever. But that's a topic of discussion we can't have right now until the season actually ends. But I'd say that for the best score, I would personally give it to VV, just because of it was that good. So yeah, my pick goes for VV. Now, best voice actress performance. This is easy. I'm not a very big fan of season 4 part 1, but in terms of voice acting, Eren Yeager just out nails it out of the park every time. But I'm surprised to see Gabby here on this list, and no nominations for some of the other equally good characters. I'd say that Jigen also deserves this nomination at least, but it is what it is. I haven't seen Lupin the Third Part 6, so I cannot, you know, justify this one. Um, I'd say that this would be pretty close between Eren and Aoi. Um this also had Kumoga. I forgot the Japanese name for So I'm a Spider What. So what? But it also had actually really good piece of voice acting. So this is the voice acting Japanese. Now I haven't heard the voice acting for the English dub, so I'm not going to actually vote for this one because uh, I'm not familiar with this. I haven't seen a single, or I haven't heard a single English dub from this, last year. So it would be wrong on my part to judge something which I don't know about or which I don't have any idea about. So I'm just going to leave this particular category. This is for your, choice. Realistically, I would believe that because of its popularity, UG might win this one, but I can be 100% wrong. It can be Matt Shipman. I mean, yeah. Matt Shipman, I think, has done a pretty good job in the past, but I can't say for Skate Infinity what was the case. So that was VA Performance English. Now, here is my first problem. I'd say that all of these songs here on this list are good, no doubt about it. Barring Odd Taxi. I'm sorry, I didn't really like the opening for Odd Taxi that much. Okay, let's go over each one of them one by one, and then I'd say what was my personal choice or my personal pick for them. So, Boku wa Senso or My War, it's something which I hated in the beginning, but then I loved towards the end. The entire music and how it goes, that was amazing. It took me a while to get accustomed to it, but Boku wa Senso was good. It was definitely good. The visuals for it really justified the themes of this opening, themes of this season, and why it is even titled My War. So this is really good. Kaibutsu was really good as well. I mean, I have a bias for CG. Like, I don't really like it that much. So, it automatically decreases a little bit for me. But Beastars also had really good adaptation. I Know Supreme was just a quirky song and with amazing visuals from KyoAni. So, it also is really good. Now, Vivid Vice. Too good. I mean, for Core 1 and Core 2 as well, Jujutsu Kaisen's openings and even the endings have been really, really good. So, I wouldn't really be surprised if either Boku wa Senso or, this one wins. But, it's a bit difficult for me at this moment. Or Taxi was also good, and the same goes for Crybaby. Crybaby was a song which I really enjoyed, specifically because of its vibe and how it just flows. That this music piece. I know I just sang it terribly, but you get my point basically. But that was actually really good, and yeah, lol. Uchiha Madara says Boku wa Senso and Crybaby. Yeah, these two, and in fact Vivid Vice as well. Because opening sequence is not just about the opening song, but rather the entire opening sequence involving the animation, the screenplay and everything. Smode, are you not replying? I am replying. What did you ask? Wait, did I miss some of your chat? Sorry. Can we watch Crunchyroll for free? No, that was asked by Sparkvilla. We can watch some of the shows for free. Bro, make a video on Parasite. Which Parasite are you talking about? The Parasite Korean movie, the one which won the Oscar, or Parasite the anime series? Let me know. But as I was saying, Crybaby as a song was really good, but it has its parts in the opening which were not really that consistent. Before Takemichi's reveal from the past and the future self or present self are actually mixed and matched. So I would say that if we are just going from a technical standpoint, I'd have to give it between these three. I Know Supreme, Vivid Vice, or Bokuwa Senso. I'd say that just because of the popularity, Bokuwa Senso is going to win. But now, the one song one opening sequence which I'm really, 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 really 100% surprised that it's not here is from Jobless Reincarnation. How can it not be a part of it? Have you seen this? Tabibi Tanouta, it's just so good. It's so freaking good. It's just amazing. It is 100% amazing. The thing about the song is that not only it's a good song, like of course it's just such a great song, but it's one of the only series which I've seen in a very long time which just doesn't use the OP as a means to bypass the time. It's not used to just, okay, these are the 5 minutes, we are going forward with it, and we're just going to remove or like not be a part of the things. But here, the opening is not static, it is dynamic. Every single episode, the opening changes. It incorporates parts from the stories, it incorporates something new. Every day, every episode, there's something new happening in the OP which is directly correlated to the stuff or directly correlated to the actual season, actual episode. It incorporates the world of the series, it incorporates the show. I think this meme, wait, what is this? Yeah, exactly. ReZero having no OPs and endings and still making 30-minute episodes. Jobless Reincarnation playing OP while the story is going on in the background so we can still enjoy an OP without losing screen time. And this is not, taken into account. How can it be? This is not here, not in the opening sequence. Just because it's sequence, quote unquote, air quote, sequence, how can you not incorporate it? What the this is a choice which is beyond me absolutely at this moment. But nevertheless, I'd say that for now I'm going to vote for My War. But from my heart, you just can't remove this. This is the best opening sequence, opening song, opening sequence, anything which we have had in the last year 2021. 100 and I don't know, 1,00,000%, 1,000,000%. This, it outshadows anything which we have had. It was just that good. And there's one more. I forgot when it was released. I'm sorry about that. I just keep forgetting the dates. I'm really bad on dates. I hope it was released in 2021 or 2020. I kind of forgot. When was it released? Oh. Dreaming On was released on... when was it released? 2020, right? It was released on... wait. Forgot the date. Does anyone remember when was it released? Actually don't recall. I actually don't recall when it was released, But this was also incredibly good, not only because of the animation and sequences, but this song is incredible, the visuals are incredible. This Shintani style animation of One Piece, specifically in Wano, has been amazing. Sure, you can say that Wano is still slow, but it has it is good when it is good. It is 100% amazing when it is good. So I guess Dreaming On was released in 2020. Yeah, I think, yeah, August 2020. So maybe it doesn't really fall into this particular category. So and it's fine by me. But this was also a good song. The best ending sequence. Or this. I didn't like the ending sequence of Beastars that much. I haven't watched this show. This is something this show was recommended to me by my sister, the Indian anime girl, a lot, but I just couldn't watch it. Didn't had the time. So I don't know how good this is, but let's just go for this. Okay, one vote for Demon Slayer is fine by me. Now, best action. Not this. Sorry, not AOT Season 4 Part 1. Nope, not. Nope. Jujutsu Kaisen deserves this one, so I'm fine with it. Jujutsu Kaisen deserves this one. Okay, best comedy. I technically wouldn't categorize Komi-san here on this one, so I'd go with Nagatoro more. It's a bit itchy on this. So, wait. What, Uchiha Madara, what did you say? Kimetsu no Yaiba? Best action. No, I can't give best action to the Mugen Train arc because I like the movie adaptation more. In my head canon, I like the movie adaptation more, even though the anime has expanded upon it. But I'm just never really a fan of any series which adapts a movie into its anime again. So that's the only reason. But currently, this Entertainment District arc has been absolutely amazing. So maybe next year I'm gonna give it to Demon Slayer without a shadow of doubt. I mean, not next year. I mean, for 2022, it's gonna be for Demon Slayer, Entertainment District arc, but not for this one. Now, for best comedy, Kobayashi's Dragon Maid can definitely be considered, especially because of that hilariously good last episode. But I'd personally give this one to Nagatoro. Senpai. My best senpai. Okay, best drama. Oh, I'm a bit conflicted this one. I saw To Your Eternity and I immediately went on to give the vote, but I'd say Fruits Basket also deserves this one. At the same time, 86 as well. I'm really having a very difficult time within these three. One Direct Priority, again, I could have chosen it had it not been for the ending, but I'd say that as an overall show, To Your Eternity was better. So, best drama I would be for To Your Eternity. Now, the best romance. See, the point is that Komi-san is 100% awesome, but the romantic advances for Komi-san haven't properly begun yet. There's a lot of stuff in the manga which needs to be covered before I can actually give it as the rom-com or the romance of the year. If you are saying that Komi-san is, nominated here, in the very same context, we could also say that Quint season 3 is also, equally that good. Quint season 2, sorry, not season 3. Quintuplet season 2. Wait, season 2 or season 3. When was it? Yeah, season 2. Yeah, season 2. It aired in January, right? January 2021. So if we are including Komi-san here on this list, I'd say that Quints also deserve a spot. So now, since it's not here, and this is not Tony Kawai, obviously, yeah, this is not Tony Kawai, so um, I'd say my personal thought would be for Horimiya. And I would be quite confident that Horimiya is going to win this one. I'm in fact quite confident that rom-com of the year or romance series of the year is going to be Horimiya, specifically because, and Higehiro is not here, but specifically Horimiya because it actually directly went on with the ending of this series. It, in just one season, it has adapted the entirety of the manga. So I'd say Horimiya wins this one, especially because of the confession and everything that happened. No questions asked. Best fantasy. There are some good choices here, of course, like To Your Eternity, as I said before, and even Slime Season 2. But for me, it 100% has to be Mushoku Tensei. It has to be. So we are coming to the close with the best film. Yeah, Tonio Kawai was part of last year's list, 2020's, not this year's. We will have season 2 soon, so once that arrives, it's going to be their territory as well, 100%. So we are at the final mark now. Logistically, Bel-Air was a very good movie. Eva, I have seen the actual series and end of Eva movie, but I have not seen the reboot series movies yet, so I can't say if it's that good. But from, normal consensus, it's actually been good apparently, so that's fine. But I'd say just because of the popularity and everything which happened here, Demon Slayer Mugen Train confirm. So that's my pick for this year's Anime Awards, Crunchyroll Anime Awards. I have given my pick for everything except the English voice actor performance, because I have not heard the dub voices this season, and it would be quite hypocritical of me if I gave an opinion on something which I'm not aware of. So this is what it is. I still can't wrap my head around how bad this is a decision to give Eren Yeager as the best antagonist as well as the best protagonist. It's just strong on so many different levels. So yeah, it is what it is. Avik, I am on Discord. Send me whatever you want. I'm of course on Discord. Guys, in the meantime, actually join my Discord server as well. Let's have a discussion there as well. So yeah, why not? But these are my choices for the Crunchyroll Anime Awards 2021, or sorry, 2022. Is this 2022 or 21? Technically, what would it be? I think this is 2022 for the year 2021. Yeah, that's the correct way to see the things. So what are your thoughts, guys? Write your opinions in the chat box, write your opinions in this one, and we'll see. Honestly, I'd say that these are fine choices, but there's a lot of questionable choices as well, specifically because of Jujutsu Kaisen and how it is quote unquote becoming the My Hero Academia of this year, and how much of a wank AOT is getting. I mean, that's understandable because it is AOT after all, but there's some places where it doesn't really deserve a nomination at all. But then again, this is 70-30 ratio by the judges. It has been influenced by the judges, of course, so we can't really say or do anything at this moment. And I'd say it is what it is. these are the list of the judges, which is fine. And yeah, this is fine. I would have been really happy to see some nominations for quintuplets, some more nominations for ReZero, some more nominations for Jobless Reincarnation. Ash, bro, which mic do you use? I use this Blue Snowball Ice. And before we end, I just need to say some things overall. I 100% believe that Boruto deserves some more nominations this year. I know it's not the best anime. It doesn't really deserve anime of the year category, but it has had a really good adaptation this year. So Boruto deserves some awards this time. What else? One Piece. Definitely One Piece because wait a minute. Yeah, definitely One Piece as well because how in fact yeah, let me just say that how is One Piece not nominated this year? How? Like that's a question which I genuinely have this time around. You can't just give me the nonsense that this is about a seasonal anime. It is not. There's quite a lot of stuff which are clearly not seasonal anime, which are ongoing anime. So for the best fight scene, Roger versus Whitebeard definitely deserves the spot. Even with Odin versus Kaido was really good, really good. Then there was One Piece episode 982 and everything which Luffy did with the Red Hawk. So One Piece deserves this spot, and the same goes for, in fact, Black Clover as well. Again, like I said, Black Clover is not technically the best animated stuff at all, but Asta and Yami versus, basically the final fight, it was just really amazing. It was incredible. Yami just passing on his katana and it becoming the Demon Slayer katana. It was just incredible to watch. How is it not nominated for anything? These are the answers which humanity is not just going to have ever. It's because of the bias which Crunchyroll has. For Jobless not getting the recognition here is because maybe of the quote-unquote Twitter controversies. But it is what it is. What can I even say? I just wanted to have a discussion in this particular regard upon the Crunchyroll Anime Awards of 2022 and a discussion on the bias associated with it, because it is biased. Let's be real about that. It is 100% biased. It would be wrong to say otherwise, So yeah. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Do you guys want me to talk about anything else? Anything which you want to cover? Otherwise, we can just end it here. It's been a good stream overall. How long is it going actually? It's about 1 hour 15 minutes, 1 hour. Yeah. So pretty decent length. Thank you to each and every one of you for joining in. Thank you for subscribing. Uchiha Madara, thank you so much for subscribing. If you want to directly support the channel, any kind of a super chat, super sticker is appreciated. You can join the channel membership for some very cool perks and feature as well. Yeah, this is it. Anything else which you all want me to talk about? Otherwise, I'll just end the stream then. I think we have 4 people who are currently watching, so anything you guys want to discuss, let me know. What are you going to do in future in real life? I don't know, man. Just work normally and just that's it. Perhaps, yeah, job. Everyone needs a job. YouTube is not just going to be a full-time thing. I can't really support myself with it. So yeah, it is what it is. Do you guys want me to discuss any manga, any anime? If you want, it's just 11:30, so I don't want to end it so soon. If there's anything which you all want me to cover, that would be fine. Hey, turns out this video is after all limited ads. Like, I already got some strike on it. Why? Why did I just curse just because of that? I didn't even curse that much. So why did it get a strike? Like, I can see the yellow dollar symbol on this one, so it has limited ads. I don't know, man. Are you reading the Tokyo Revengers manga? I was reading up until I think chapter 90, 95. I don't remember. I haven't read the last arc or so. I'm just I'm subscribed to the Reddit. I have like joined the Reddit, so I get updates about it every now and then that a new chapter has arrived. But I'm just waiting a bit for more chapters to accumulate so that I can binge read them at a stretch. It's been a while since I've binge read something, so I want to binge read Tokyo Revengers after a while. So that's the reason why I have stopped reading the manga at this moment currently. I'm going to, do that pretty soon. And just a quick note as well, guys. Tomorrow, I think the new Boruto and Dragon Ball Super chapters are arriving. So we are obviously going to have live streams upon that as well. So be sure to join the channel. I will be announcing the timings for the live stream, but I think it would be a regular, 10 p.m. That would be a fine time overall. So I don't think see any more chats. I guess this is pretty much it. Thank you so much to each and every one of you for joining in. If you want to, like I said before, if you want to support the channel, any kind of a super chat, any kind of a membership is going to be really appreciated. This is it for today then. I'll see you all tomorrow because we are going to have our Boruto and Dragon Ball Super streams. I don't know if I'll be able to do a stream for Dragon Ball Super, but for Boruto definitely. So see you all tomorrow then. Thank you so much for joining in and wish you a good night.